We have a question for you. How punctual are you? Are you always early, right on time, or maybe you're always late?
Yeah, it's that last one that can cause you trouble in so many different ways. So this morning, John Shumway is not tardy. He is right here on time, ready to tell us about how we can help.
So remember, nothing bad ever happens from being early. Being late, on the other hand, well, that's a different story. There can be a lot of reasons for lateness, like maybe you've got a type B personality.
You're not super into kind of time orientation.
Or maybe a touch of ADHD.
So you are just not really always paying attention to time. You lose track of time, things like that.
Whatever the reason, psychologist Dr. Ruben Brock says you send a message to those around you every time you're late.
That you don't care as much, or that you don't value those people or their time as much as maybe you even do.
It can be damaging to relationships and your livelihood.
If it's job interviews, if it's, if you're late to work chronically, you may be passed up for that promotion or the next opportunity. You're allowed to say, this is just who I am. But if you end up fired for it, that's just how it goes.
Once you admit to yourself that it's a problem, Dr. Brock says it can be fixed by setting reminders.
Put in sort of steps that kind of combat your lateness. And a big one is going to be this thing right here, my phone. Our technology makes it so that there's really not a whole lot of excuses to be late.
Set yourself audible reminders for each step and don't ignore them. And start with your morning alarm clock, if necessary.
Put it across the room. So in order for me to turn off my alarm, I've got to get up, get out of the bed, go across the room and turn it off.
And if you just have to have that 7-minute snooze, then set the second alarm across the room. But Dr. Brock says actually multiple alarms create a plan B. And that automatically thwarts plan A, which is the first alarm you set. You're just fooling yourself. And the same is true for setting all the clocks in your house ahead 5 or 10 minutes. You know you do.
I think I have 5 alarms on my phone and then 1 on my nightstand too.
Yep, I have 3 at least in the morning.
We're special cases though. We get up at 2 in the morning. But if you're like habitually late meeting friends and people in your life, they can really get ticked off with you.
Yeah, it absolutely can cause resentment if you're always waiting on that one person who's always leaving you hanging and always arrives with all the apologies about why they're late, and you feel like you're not respecting my time.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're offended.
Yes.
I mean, for sure. All right, good topic.